I don't know, but we're just gonna both be on our phones right now because that's how professional we are. We just hang on our phones and we don't actually do the episode. We actually just sit here on our phones and that's about it. Just ignore each other and sometimes we actually switch phones just in mid time. We just go like.
There you go.
Yeah,
take mine.
Just take our phones. And
yep, of course.
Just.
There you go.
And then we realized, like, what the hell are we doing? And then we switched back.
Yeah, I don't even know how to open your own phone, but that's exactly what we do.
Everybody, and welcome to another edition of On a Couch Talking Sports. As always, I'm Robbie. Kyle is here as well. Kyle, how are you tonight, buddy?
Not too bad. Yeah, I'm just hanging out. Yeah, how about you?
Doing well. Enjoying the lovely weather. It was a beautiful day out.
Amazing.
Beautiful late June Wednesday. So very excited about that. Not too hot, which is always good.
No, it's nice, and we're even catching a bit of daylight as we record this episode.
As we record this episode, close to 9 o'clock, it's still not completely dark out. So
it's nice. I like that.
Yeah, gotta love the summer. And speaking of summer and sort of a summer pastime, tonight's episode is going to be all about baseball. In particular, high school baseball, because on Monday, 2 days ago, Kyle and I both had the opportunity to be at a high school baseball state tournament game. Mm-hmm. And you're probably thinking, Robbie and Kyle, why were you guys at a high school baseball state tournament game? Well, the game was in Wellesley, which, as you know, is both of our alma maters in my hometown. It was the Wellesley Raiders versus the Mansfield Hornets in a Division I South first round contest. Again, the state tournament back this year for spring sports after obviously they had to miss it last year due to COVID. So very exciting for the athletes to be able to actually have a spring season and a tournament this year. And this was kind of a unique game because so actually back up a second. The reason I was there was because, as some of you may know, one of my side gigs is I am the play-by-play voice of Wellesley High Sports for the Wellesley Media Corporation. Shout out Wellesley Media. And so I was there broadcasting the game, the Wellesley versus Mansfield game. But Kyle has a more sort of special, unique reason why he was at the game on Monday, other than the fact that he wanted to see me. But Kyle, why don't you sort of tell the folks at home why you were there?
So this is actually kind of a funny story. So when I heard about this game, because
by the way, I told you for a specific reason, which you're gonna get into.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did tip me off on that one, but. Because I actually do have a family. I do have a
You have a family? That's great, Kyle. Congratulations on having a family.
I do have actually yay!
Sorry.
No. So I do have a couple relatives that are that actually were on the team this year, which is really cool. And
from Mansfield.
From Mansfield. Sorry, on the Mansfield team. Just to be specific, not the Wellesley team. Yeah. And also, the funny thing was, I didn't even realize until I got there, but one of the coaches actually that was there, I had actually previously taught with at one of my previous schools. So, that was pretty cool, just kind of seeing everyone. So it was nice seeing my two cousins play in the last game of the season. And we'll get to that. We'll get a little more into detail about why that was, but it was yeah, because right now it was technically playoffs, but it was just a really great game. It was a great experience. Great time.
Yeah, definitely, and it was actually quite a thrilling game. Yeah, as I said, it was the tournament, so it was single elimination, winner go home, and unfortunately for Kyle's cousins, Mansfield did end up going home as they fell 1-0 to Wellesley. And like I said, it was just a really exciting game with a lot of good pitching and defense and low scoring as you could tell. Wellesley scored the only run of the game in the fourth inning, and that ended up being the difference. So Kai, I know you got to the game a little bit late. You got there about halfway through, but I wanted to sort of get your take from the half of the game that you saw, just what sort of your overall opinions were of the game.
Yeah, no, it was fantastic. So to give both teams credit, they really played hard. I could tell because I got there kind of like in the later half of the game. Because luckily it was nicely timed where I was actually getting out of work early that day, and then I was just able to, because from where I worked to where the game was, it only took about 20 minutes to get there. Yeah. So, and the traffic wasn't even that bad, which was really nice, and it was just nice seeing everyone, and it was a really great game. Despite the fact that I did miss like about the first, I think, 4 innings, it was nice to just catch the rest of it and just really watch how hard both teams really played. They're both really good teams, and and even though Mansfield lost, I got, you guys played your hearts out. I was cheering for you guys all the way, by the way, just full disclosure. So, sorry, Wellesley. But, so, and just seeing you guys out there, and I could tell you guys really put your hearts into this game, and it's not one of those games where, and honestly, I can relate. I can relate very much, actually, to my last senior. My last football game, actually, senior year. It was a very similar kind of outcome. Granted, there were more. It was a few more scores on the board, but like it was still like it was literally
that would
1
be
point
amazing
difference.
If there was a 1-0 football game.
I know, right? I mean, granted, yeah. I mean, it's football. You can't. It's hard to. Yeah. But we were in a very similar spot though, where literally the opposing team at the time, Needham, had beat us by 1 point. So. Believe me, I know exactly where you guys are coming from.
In overtime, I was there as a fan. It was very disappointing.
Yeah, it was a great game, but it was So I feel for you guys.
But no, it was like I said. It was a battle, a real pitcher's duel. Both the Mansfield pitcher. I gotta give him a lot of credit. He really was was really tough for the Wellesley hitters to get the bats going against, and very, very impressive stuff. And then Wellesley, with their 2 pitchers, really shut down the Mansfield offense. Got out of a couple jams throughout the game. Mansfield did a couple of times put runners at least second base, but unfortunately for them, fortunately for Wellesley was able to make the plays that they needed to escape. And like I said, ultimately we're able to get the one run home that they needed and get the job done. But yeah, just a big shout out to both teams for a very entertaining playoff baseball game. The crowd that was there, it was a pretty big crowd.
Yeah, it was a good turnout.
Yeah, very good turnout. They definitely, I know it's a free game, but they definitely got their money's worth, so to speak. But and obviously to the seniors on Mansfield, I know fortunately for them, it ended up being their last game, but just wanted to sort of give a shout out to them and congratulate them on a great career. I know, I'm sure it wasn't, sort of as long of a senior year tournament run as they would have liked, but just a lot of kudos to them because there really were some talented players in that Mansfield senior class, just from looking at their roster and watching them play. So, kudos to you and to all the younger guys on the teams. Best of luck in the years moving forward. So, Mansfield baseball has always been they've always been a tough competitor in this area. So, just want to give a big shout out to them, and I actually want to give a big shout out to the Wellesley seniors as well, because while they did pull out the victory on Monday, unfortunately, their tournament run themselves came to an end today, actually, as they fell to BC High, who's always, BC High is always one of the cream of the crop in high school baseball around here and high school sports in general around here. So nothing to hang your head about there. But just wanted to give a shout out to all the seniors on the Wellesley team for, just the great career that they had. I know they had some exciting postseason runs during their time, and want to wish all the seniors on both sides the best of luck as they move on to their future endeavors. So, Kyle, anything else you want to add about the game, the atmosphere, or anything?
No, just great. Yeah. Just a funny story actually. When I came in, and I almost got hit by one of the foul balls. I had to dodge incoming foul balls when I was coming in the kind of up from the hill there. So that was kind of a funny experience.
You were right in foul ball territory. Yes.
Yeah, it was one of those the foul balls was one of the balls was about to hit me in the face, and I'm just dodging it, and everyone's staring at me. I'm like, hey guys, how you doing? So
great entry, yeah.
Yeah.
With
perfect
you
entrance.
between
Flawless.
baseballs and hockey pucks, you have trouble staying out of the way of the flying objects there, my friend.
Yeah, exactly. And and before we move on to the next segment too, I did want to give a very special shout out to my cousins Jack and Caden. Jack, it was his senior year, and you really played a hell of a game, and I've never really seen any of the Mansfield baseball, football, really. I don't think, or at least for a long time. And I was really, really glad to see. I was really glad to see you and Jack and Caden play this time, and Caden's only a sophomore, so Caden, you got so many more shots going on, for the next couple of years. So. Sorry, I'm just I've had a long day, so sorry if I seem a little out of it. But it was a really great, don't hang your heads. It was a really great season, and you guys got really far. So congratulations. So
absolutely, congrats to both teams on great seasons, and congrats to Wellesley on the victory and all that good stuff. So. But yeah, obviously this time of year is sort of prime baseball season on so many different levels, and we're going to have quite a few baseball-themed episodes this summer coming up for a number of different reasons, and obviously I want to sort of throw out a little teaser for our next episode. Next week we're actually going to be talking a little Cape Cod Baseball League.
And that's just the start of it, too.
That's the start of it, yep. We got a lot of Cape Cod League-related episodes coming up here in the coming weeks, so stay tuned. But I just wanted to throw that little teaser out there. Before we transition on to the end portion of our episode, which we always love and enjoy, and that is the Sue's Reviews and Robbie's pre-show food review. And I'm going to go first this week because my pre-show food review has a little bit of a twist to it this week, which Kyle will understand and appreciate here coming up in just a second. But first of all, we went to a place that we had not been in almost 2 years tonight. It's a place we've talked about on a past episode, and that is Figs.
Oh,
right over by Boston Common on Charles Street and Beacon Hill. I mean, guys, if you've not been to Figs, you're missing out. I mean, they have great bread. They have great salads. I got the Caesar cow. I got the
warm bacon
spinach.
One, yeah.
They have great pizzas. We got a half and half. You can literally order a pizza half of one type of pizza and half of another type of pizza. So we got
so good.
So tonight we got the half of Bronx Bomber, which I really like. It's like a pepperoni and cheese pizza. And then Kyle got his with calamari, the crispy calamari, which he always really enjoys. And tonight was
it's a classic.
different. And it's just a great sort of atmosphere in there. It's kind of a little small sort of hole in the wall restaurant, if you want to call it that, but just very homey and everybody's really nice in there. And a shout out to our waitress, who literally was she was working 3 jobs in one tonight. She was doing takeout orders, waitressing, hostessing, she was doing it all. So a big shout out to you.
Yeah.
You're probably not watching this, but
Yeah.
you are. Big shout out to you. We appreciate you. And yeah, just was really, really good as we remember it. But the twist I wanted to throw in is actually what happened before we had dinner tonight. Is that Kyle and I went for we were a little bit early for our reservation, so we went for a little stroll through the Boston Common. And Kyle, do you want to tell the people what we stumbled upon?
So we yeah, I know. As we were walking, we had noticed like these different
like security guards
just kind
blocking
of randomly
like one
placed.
area, like one like little slip of the common there.
Kind of like the middle, like the little lake part of it.
Yeah. And
like they were just kind of placed like in different parts of the path, and we were looking at each other, we're like, okay, did something happen? Is something going on now? And we found out that
did somebody die?
Yeah, right. No, I was like legit like thinking,
I literally,
what is going on?
No, I did not think that anybody died. For the record.
Well, I mean, no, I feel like there probably would have been like it would have been more. But anyways, it would have been in a very very different setup.
Yeah.
To be real, yeah. But no, so we went there and we literally found out that we're kind of walking on a shoot of the movie of the HBO series. They're literally filming it now, as the date of the episode. The show Julia, which is apparently it's like I think it's like an autobiographical, or it's like an autobiographical series about Julia Child, the famous TV cook chef that was that everyone knows and loves from. I forget when exactly she. I think it was like the 70s, 80s. Kind of in the 90s. She's been around for a while, but or she was around for a while, and so apparently they're making a whole series about it. I know they made that movie Julie and Julia, the one with Amy Adams and Meryl Streep, where Meryl Streep played Julia Child, but this one they're kind of going. It looks like they're kind of going for a different vibe, but it's very Boston based, so it's like it was cool. Like we saw them kind of all setting up the cameras right by the lake, and it looked like they were filming some scene on one of the swan boats or something like that. Like it looked really cool.
Yeah, it was weird. We saw some of the extras like walking on the bridge. Like it was crazy. Kyle was like geeking out.
I was like,
I had to literally like restrain him from like actually trying to get on the set.
I want to be an extra. Come on, Robbie. I can blend in, right? I was wearing this shirt, so I was.
But I know that was pretty cool. Not every day you stumble on to like a TV show / movie set. So that's definitely a unique experience. So
cool.
But yeah, so that's it for my food review / play-by-play of our pre-show happenings. So now I'm gonna toss to the Sue's reviews. So, Kyle, what have we got for you? What have you got for us this week?
Well, I just wanted to talk. I don't have a lot of movie reviews right now. I'm still kind of like in the process of seeing more movies that are coming out. But I will say this.
You're doing a great job talking, by the way.
Oh, thank you. But I will say this. Like I literally stumbled upon this movie trailer, and Robbie, I've shown Robbie this actually prior to the episode. But my goodness, like my God, I can't even like. Apparently, they're making a movie, a Karen movie. It seems real. But the way the trailer is done, it almost kind of looks like one of those like SNL parody movies.
It literally is both. I think I put it succinctly when I said it's horrifying and hilarious at the same time.
Yeah, it's just like a movie about this younger couple moving in the neighborhood, and of course their neighbor is this evil Karen woman, and she comes in and she just causes all this trouble. That's pretty much the whole story of the movie. And this Karen is like, she's super evil, and she goes through all the Karen tropes. She's sitting with her friends, and she goes, "Oh, I want to talk to the manager of this restaurant." And of course she has there's the classic, like, she runs into these teens, and they got their phones out, they're filming her, and she's causing a ruckus, just like all the Karen videos we've seen in the past. So it looks bonkers. It looks ridiculous, and I'm gonna probably see it at some point because it just looks amazing. Like 10 out of 10.
It looks very interesting. That's for sure. Yeah, and no, Kyle was showing me, like I said, was showing me the trailer beforehand, and this movie looks like, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's I don't know if there's really a word to describe it. Just kind of like, yeah.
Yeah. It's a movie. I mean, that's I think the best way I can word it. It's a movie and it's coming out. I guess apparently so.
So yeah, we'll have to see how that turns out. So.
Yeah. There we go. Karen 2021.
Well, thank you, Kyle, for taking us into the land of movie trailers with that review. Very cool, very cool. All right, so that wraps up this week's edition of On a Couch Talking Sports. Thank you, everybody, as always, for joining us and checking us out on YouTube, on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram. I just want to throw another plug out there to a couple of other shows that we've both been on / will be on. First of all, Sports Blitz with me and our pal Doug.
Still going strong.
Yep, still going strong. We did a new episode last week. Taking this week off, but we will be back. Probably next week with another riveting Sports Blitz episode. And also wanted to throw a shout out to Kyle and Doug's new show that's going to be starting up soon called, I'm blanking on the name of it at the moment.
So, I don't know if you guys saw the last episode of On a Couch, but Doug and I are actually, and Doug, for those of you who don't know, has been a reoccurring guest on a Couch.
Yes.
And, so Doug and I are actually starting our own show about movies this time. And, we don't have a set date yet. We're still kind of in the planning process of it right now.
It's coming soon, though.
But yeah, we're hoping sometime I think we might start maybe sometime next month once things kind of settle down a bit, because Doug and I have had some pretty busy schedules.
Yeah.
But we have an idea, at least for the very first episode. We're still kind of in like talks and how to develop it, but look out for that show soon. It's called Marvel at the Movies. So
there you go. Yeah, no, cannot wait to see the finished product. And
thank you.
Teaser alert: I may be appearing as a special guest at some point. So
yeah, that's definite.
But anyway, again, thanks as always, everybody, for tuning in to On a Couch Talking Sports. Always appreciate it. And until next time, that's Kyle. I'm Robbie. This is a Couch. And we'll see you next time here on